Hello, Internet world. Matthew here, coming at you for Brain Droppings number 4 from the gorgeous Cold Spring Harbor Hills State Park. I am out here in this little dell because it is extremely windy. Just being out of this little valley that I'm in. I don't know if you can see that, though. I don't know if the camera will white balance. It's like this gorgeous little valley. Being outside of this, all you hear is the trees rustling in the wind. The Cold Spring Harbor itself is a very secluded harbor, but it's just covered in foam. It's very windy today. It's crisp, it's clean, it's gorgeous, it's autumn, it's Long Island, it's beautiful. I have my little throne, my little pulpit from which to speak today. So I wanted to talk to everybody because it's been a few weeks. As I mentioned in my last couple videos, I've been going through a lot emotionally and psychically and professionally and all this other stuff. The chaos of all that's really settled right now, at least emotionally. Professionally is another story. I got fired from my full-time job at Advantage Honda on Friday. Didn't miss a beat, didn't take it hard at all because I didn't like what I was doing there. It wasn't fulfilling. It was draining my life and my energy and my time. This channel was languishing. And I had all these ideas, all this inspiration, all these connections. I was ready to go, try something new. So this came at the right time. I have another couple irons in the fire, some potential business ventures. I might be starting another brand with somebody else. I might be doing a networking thing, not an MLM, but something different with somebody else. So I have a lot more going for me now. I feel like a weight's been lifted. And my parents are wonderful people, so they've been helping me out because they know I am not a slacker. So I'm going to be filing unemployment today and dealing with all that. I still have my part-time gig, so I'm kind of juggle everything right now. But this is what I love. I love having multiple things going on. I don't like going in, punching out, doing stuff, burning out, punching out, and repeat. I can't stand that. I'm an entrepreneur, and I have a strong will to do and to make things happen, and that's a strength and a weakness, as I figured out very recently. So all the lessons I've been learning the past few weeks, like I said, have been coming at me really hard, really fast, and been humbling me like crazy. My ego's been being beaten at for the last couple of years. All my perceptions, my conceptions, all the construction I did on myself, the constructs I built to hold myself up and to hold reality in the way I saw it, the way I wanted it to be, have all been torn out, as I might have said in one of my other videos. And I'm grateful for it. So yesterday I was actually with a very dear friend and got to spend a few hours with her and my daughter, and it was a great time. But she's one of my favorite people who actually is very good at seeing through my crap, and not the stuff I say to other people. Other people I'm very honest. To myself I'll lie all the time. And as honest and brutal and as truthful as I'm trying to be, let's face it, guys, we all do this to ourselves. We all lie to ourselves all the time. And we still want to see reality our way. And she's been dealing with stuff on her end, and she's realized things for herself. We're kind of both at a transformational time in our lives. So with all that, she just saw through my crap and kept calling me on it and kept telling me, stop compartmentalizing. You're doing it again. In the span of like 3 hours, she had to call me out on it as many times. So I realized I have a problem with that. But the thing I want to focus on today, more than anything, more than all the other lessons I'll get to that I've learned, that I'll share with you, hopefully add some value to you. The thing I want to focus on is the difference between the will to do and the will to be. Now, I'm going to use some object lessons in terms of famous people. I'm going to use Donald Trump as somebody who has a very strong will to do. The man, love him or hate him, has incredible business acumen. He has literally reshaped the landscape of the earth. He's an incredible businessman, a great mind. He has a lot of stuff, and I question his ability to really appreciate any of it. He's always got a new goal, always got a new plan, always got a new, you know, more money to make, more buildings to erect, more people to piss off, whatever. Now, you take another man like Eckhart Tolle, who's an incredible teacher, who's been teaching for, I don't know, at least almost 20 years, with books and lectures and seminars and movies. He talks about being in the moment, appreciating the fullness of the now, the great isness of what is going on right now. And it's very simple, but it's very powerful. And I'm going to throw some links down to some of his talks, but you'll see a lot of it sounds the same. A lot of it feels the same. And that's, I think, intentional. Not on his part, but on ours. Because as people, we tend to have problems getting the most simplest things. So that a teacher like Eckhart has to constantly go over and over and over the same thing over and over and over and over again, because it's so hard to grasp the fundamentals. Now, as a martial artist, I learned in my training that it's the simplest moves that are the hardest to get. And it's the nuances that take the longest amount of time. So you can learn a move. You can learn, let's say, a simple block. But you learn that a simple block can actually be a grab, can actually be a strike. If you slide down to your opponent's arm and strike at them, that there's so many things, but all in how you feel, where their power is, where their energy is. That's how you feel it out. That's what we learned with the internal Kung Fu. And life is no different. There's all sorts of subtle nuances in life. And in my will to write a book, to be a successful therapist, to be a great speaker, and I was missing a lot of the nuances. My marriage came apart, but there's more to talk about with that, obviously, and more things I've realized and things I have to work on. But when as I said before, as I built all these constructs to hold myself up and to give myself more capacity to do like a machine, I really sacrificed the capacity to be. And now, as these constructs have been torn off of me, I was open to the process, as painful as it was, but now all these constructs are gone, and I'm feeling the real beast inside. And I'm not afraid of it. A lot of people get afraid of it, especially emotional people, artistic people. You know, we tend to sometimes be afraid of our own emotions, and we might try to control things, control ourselves. Don't want to hurt others with the things we think and say and do. The spirit is so powerful. The human spirit is so amazingly, incredibly powerful. We are tsunamis walking around in meat suits. You know, we're volcanoes in skin. It's incredible what humans can do, especially when they apply themselves to something. But the power to take all that power and turn it into being present in one moment. So, experiencing the fullness of that moment with all that might. The same humans that we are. Now, different cultures might have built the pyramids, but they're the same people. They're no different than us. Imagine taking all that power to experience a day in a park with a loved one. I mean, especially nowadays with our modern technology. I'm not a Luddite. I love it. I'm using it right now. But how often are we just distracted? You know, there's so many nuances in what I'm talking about, the will to do and the will to be, that I really want you guys to just focus on that right now. I want you to think about what you have sacrificed in terms of appreciating the now. What are you constantly striving for? And this goes into those bad habits that we get into. We get into a certain framework, whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable, things that we just have to do, things have to be this way because that's what we're used to. So now we can just keep going. Even the laziest person has this same will to just do, to just go to your job, come home, play video games until you pass out, wake up, go to the job, and do the same thing. You're keeping yourself there. It may be easy to stay there, but that's all you want to do. That's your will to do. You're not really being. Somebody who has a strong will to be could still be the person who runs 3 triathlons a year and raises a family and goes to work. They might seem like somebody who has a strong will to do, but they're really living in those moments. They're loving every painful second of their training to run that triathlon. And bike and swim and whatever else people do in those things. I'm not that crazy yet, but I'm getting there. It's really experiencing the now. And when I was with my friend and my daughter yesterday, really experienced the now. Really experienced the glory that shines through in those beautiful moments that we just choke you up inside to think about. So I'm going to end it here because I've rambled enough. But I want everybody to really just focus on that. No particular assignments. You know what? Here's an assignment. Talk about the last moment you really were in. The last time you experienced the rich isness of that moment. What you were doing, who you were with, whether you can write well or not. Leave a video comment, tag this page into it, whatever. Please talk about it. Let's talk about what we want to focus on. Don't focus on what you're doing wrong right now. Don't focus on your will to do and how you're screwing things up and what you plan to... No. Just focus on the last real, full moment you were present. All right? Talk about that down below. And a lot more lessons to bring out. A lot more personal stuff to bring out. And I hope it adds value to everybody else on your journey. All right? So that's it for now. If you have the capacity to get out today, if you're in the area or wherever you are, I don't know how gorgeous it is out where you could be in the ass end of Greenland right now. But if you can go out and appreciate the beauty of nature, go do it. It's fantastic. So I'm going to go enjoy some nature therapy. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'm going to throw some more, like I said, I'm going to throw some talks by Eckhart. And you can check those out. And I'll catch you guys the next time. Take care. Bye.